You're tired. You're frustrated. You've been giving your all, and it still feels like nothing's working. You've prayed, you've planned, you've tried, and somehow life keeps hitting you harder than before. But before you quit, I want you to listen. See, life has a way of testing your strength right before the breakthrough. You think you're being buried, but you're actually being planted. You think it's over, but God is just beginning. You see pressure, He sees preparation. The truth is, everyone wants success until they see the costs. Everyone loves the dream, but no one loves the process. But here's the thing, the process is the proof that you're chosen. You don't grow in comfort. You grow in challenge. You don't become stronger when everything is easy. You become stronger when everything inside you says give up, but your spirit whispers not yet. When you feel empty, when you feel forgotten, when it feels like no one sees the effort, that's when you're closest to the moment that changes everything. Because God will always test your patience before He shows you His promise. Before you quit, ask yourself, why did I start? You started because something in you knew you were meant for more. You started because you believed your pain could produce something powerful. You started because deep down, you refused to live a normal life. The enemy doesn't fight the lazy, he fights the destined. So if you're under attack, if you're facing setbacks, if you're losing people, peace, and plans, it's not because you're weak. It's because you're worth it. Pain is the language of purpose. Every great person you admire has walked through a valley that almost broke them. But they didn't quit. They turned pain into purpose. Tears into training. Failure into foundation. You can rest. You can cry. You can slow down. But don't you dare quit. Because if you quit now, you'll never see why you went through it all. Maybe it's taking longer because God is building something bigger. Maybe He's holding it back because your character isn't ready to carry the blessing yet. And when that moment finally comes, when the thing you've been praying for arrives, you'll realize that every disappointment was divine direction. Every delay was a setup. Every no was protection. So before you quit, look at how far you've already come. Before you quit, remember how many storms you've already survived. Before you quit, know that your story isn't finished yet, because the same God who brought you through before will do it again. Don't quit now. You're closer than you think. Keycap 1. Pain is proof that you're still in the fight. Pain doesn't mean failure. It means you're still in motion. You can't grow without pressure. You can't develop without discomfort. And you can't reach your destiny without some kind of delay. Every person who ever achieved something meaningful had to walk through pain that tested their patience. When life hurts, it's not a sign that you're off track. It's often proof that you're right where you're supposed to be. Because pain isn't there to punish you, it's there to prepare you. It's the fire that refines your character. The storm that strengthens your faith. The resistance that reveals your real strength. See, most people quit when pain shows up because they think the struggle means God has forgotten them. But what if it's the opposite? What if your pain is proof that He's paying attention? That He's stretching you for something greater? The truth is, nothing changes until something hurts. The gym of growth is built on discomfort. Every rep, every setback, every sleepless night, that's how you build endurance. And endurance is what separates the dreamers from the doers. So, when it hurts, don't run from it. Learn from it. Because pain is a sign that your story isn't over, it's just under construction. Keycap 2. Your delay is not your denial. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. We live in a generation that wants everything fast, fast money, fast success, fast validation. But destiny doesn't work on deadlines. God's timing is not your timing, but it's always perfect. There's a reason you're being made to wait. Waiting seasons build warriors. When God delays, He's not denying you, He's developing you. Because He knows if He gives it too soon, you won't be ready to hold it. Think of it this way: when a plane is being prepared to fly, it's tested for every condition before it ever leaves the ground. That's what your delay is, a test flight. God is making sure you can handle altitude. He's making sure you won't break under blessing. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. And when the time comes, your launch will make sense. Every delay, every disappointment will fit like a perfect puzzle piece. So don't give up just because it's taking longer than you expected. Greatness takes time. Gold doesn't shine fresh out of the ground, it has to be refined in fire first. Your delay is not your denial. It's your development. Keycap 3: Purpose demands perseverance. Every vision comes with a battle. Every dream comes with a test. The moment you decide to rise, the world around you will try to pull you back down. That's how purpose works. It attracts resistance. But perseverance is what separates those who talk about destiny from those who walk in it. It's easy to stay motivated when everything's going your way, but real strength is shown when nothing works, yet you still keep going. You can't pray for purpose and expect an easy road. Because the moment you pray for growth, God will give you challenges that make you grow. The moment you pray for strength, He'll give you situations that require strength. That's how He trains champions. Every time you push through when you want to quit, your spirit gets stronger. Every time you keep going when no one claps, heaven takes note. Every time you choose faith over fear, you're building something eternal inside you. Purpose doesn't come to the comfortable, it comes to the committed. So even if your pace slows down, don't stop. Because persistence always outlives pain. Keycap 4: The breakthrough comes after the breakdown. You will never know how strong you are until life brings you to your knees. But the beautiful thing is, rock bottom is where the foundation of faith is built. That's where your real transformation begins. Sometimes, God will let everything fall apart, not to destroy you, but to rebuild you the right way. Because what you built on ego, He wants to rebuild on endurance. What you built on emotion, He wants to rebuild on faith. The breakdown is not the end, it's the cleansing. It removes what can't go with you into the next chapter. You can't carry doubt, fear, and old habits into your destiny. They'll only slow you down. So if you're in that dark moment right now, crying, doubting, questioning everything, don't run from it. That's your turning point. That's where your comeback begins. Every great story has a scene where the hero almost gives up. That's what makes the victory powerful. Your pain, your pressure, your breakdown, they're just setting up your breakthrough. Because when you rise again, you won't just survive, you'll inspire. You'll walk out with a fire in your eyes, a purpose in your heart, and a testimony that says, I almost quit. But I didn't.